working on 2015, 16 Nissan. What is this? Quest. This is one of the most difficult one. If you want to replace the radio, take the radio out. I don't know why they did it this way, but they did it this way. To get to the radio, you have to take this wood grain panel out. In order to do that, you got to take the side panel out. There's one screw there, and this wood grain comes out. That's the easy part. Now the hardest part is to get to this part here is overlapping this panel. To get to it, you got to disassemble the whole dashboard here. Side panel comes out, and you can access this panel. To get to this panel, you got to remove this bottom pocket right here. This entire bottom pocket comes out. To take the bottom pocket out, by the kick panel, there is a little triangle shaped looking panel that has to come out. So we're going to do all that just to get to behind the radio. First part we're going to do is remove that triangle panel, and you'll see two black clips that need to come out. Then you're going to come to this side. You're going to do the same thing. Simply pull that out. That's the easy part. And same thing, those black clips you're going to have to remove. Two parts. The outer part comes out first, and you pull out the back part. Side out. This has to come out first because it's overlapping. You have this one out. Now we can get to, we can take this side out. Still see on this one?
Yes.
That out carefully. That's the stone. So this is the lip. We try to clear from this lip here, overlapping like that. And then this part with grain comes out. That is the start button on it. Disconnect the hazard if you want. Well, we don't have to. Then we're going to remove this screw. So there's one on each side. We got that out already. This is also overlapping too. There's the one screw here. Start the car. Take this off. Close the door. How do I stop this noise? Oh, that's because we're not in touch. Yeah. Noise, so sorry about the noise, but I can't do much because the shifter is down. So removing 2 screws on the bezel. Okay. And carefully remove that plastic panel. Comes out like that. And as you can see, there are 4 screws, 2 on each side. These are all Phillips screws. This is all just to remove the radio. Ridiculous. Alright. Before we do that, let's make sure there's no CD. Switch? No, no CD. Pull that out. Disconnect all the harnesses. I'm going to stop the video because that's just simply disconnecting all the harnesses. We are installing Soundstream wireless CarPlay Android Auto. We're also going to enable factory reverse cam. Hopefully this is the right harness. I'll put all the parts that we are using on description below. This is the dash kit 997603.
Socket.
And the harness is 70-7552. Antenna adapter is 40-NI12. The wiring is very simple on this one. You just match the color to color. No special ways. Otherwise, red goes to red, yellow goes to yellow. You get the idea. Just match the color. Whatever color matches, use it. Whatever don't match, don't use it. Only thing you may want to double check is the illumination wire if it has it, like this radio does. Some radios, it gives you yellow white or orange white or orange for illumination. Just double check, see which one is the illumination. In this case it's orange wire that goes to orange wire on the interface harness. Everything else, only thing that's different is the amp turn on or antenna turn on, which happens to be blue white on the interface, but the radio side comes blue. That's an antenna turn on some company use, or amp turn on. So it just doesn't matter which one you use since it doesn't have a CD player. So you can use either amp turn on or antenna turn on, same wire. Whatever you don't use, do not leave out like this. You want to crimp AXPUCH-NS. This is actually an interface reverse cam harness for the factory radio, but we're going to use that as a reference. This is 32-pin plug on the back of the radio, which has a steering wheel control and also the reverse cam wire. On the reverse cam wire on the factory one is gray, which is the far right. That is the shielded wire for the RCA for the video signal. One next to it happens to be black. That's the video plus. On this harness, it doesn't give you anything on this, but we are still using this plug for the steering wheel control because on the back of the plug it's difficult to get to. So we're going to connect it on this side. Alright, we have some trouble with this SWI CP2. We put the dip switch the way website told us to do. It did not work. Initially, dip switch on this one, which is the radio part, I set as a Soundstream. Initially that didn't work. I called Soundstream. They weren't much of help. They said try different dip switch settings and see if you can figure it out. I did. I made a 1, 2 on, which is a down, 3 and 4 up, which is off. And once I've done that, it works. So if you happen to work on this Soundstream radio, dip switch doesn't work like the website says, then try this. This is a car side, so that doesn't change. This is a radio side. So I made a 1, 2 down, 3, 4 up, and it works. Only thing it's not going to support is the Bluetooth option. This doesn't work. Okay, but other than that, volume works, tuning works. We made a backup cam work. I'm going to put it in reverse. Reverse works. So reverse work, I'm going to show you how we wire that up. So as I said, on this 32 pin plug, the first one, looking at this top, first one is the gray wire. That's a shielded wire. We didn't use it because just by hooking up the video signal, which is a black wire next to it, it works. And sometimes you get distortion when you put it in reverse. If that's the case, then you're going to have to put shielded wire from the RCA output. I mean, once that you put RCA on it, which is this red wire here. We cut it in half. We put it to this middle pin is the only one we used. That goes into where the cam is, and everything works. So as far as the steering wheel control, I'll put the picture from the diagram of the website and just follow that. You got to count the pins, what pin goes where, because it doesn't give you car side, and you just follow the pin numbers, and that makes the steering wheel control work, as you can see. So we're going to put everything back together. Radio is good to go.